This year's NBA free agency has been quite a blast, and we'll hear from more within the next couple days ahead. With many talks and conversations for the last year and a half, Paul George started off making the biggest surprise, telling everyone he will stay with OKC. LeBron has taken his talents to Los Angeles to play with the Lakers, while other superstars in Kevin Durant and Chris Paul remain with their respective teams in Golden State and Houston. One of the biggest questions, where will the 34-year-old Carmelo Anthony end up after OKC part ways with him? How's it going, guys? My name is Wilson. If you thought Golden State shouldn't be allowed to get any better, you're wrong. After DeMarcus Cousins agreed to a one-year $5.3 million deal, the NBA simply just ended. Realistically, we all know the Warriors will three-peat now, having 5 All-Stars. Aside from that, there have been many confusing signings with certain role players on mediocre teams. That makes no sense. Here are 5 of the weirdest signings of the 2018 NBA free agency. Osan Antetokounmpo to the Bucks. Antetokounmpo has continuously bounced around, last played with Milwaukee in the 2014-15 season. Since then, played for 5 different teams, including the Sixers twice. The 6'10 forward actually started his career with the Bucks, his first 7 NBA seasons. Proven to be a solid role player, averaging over double-digit in scoring for the last 7 years, the Turkish native will be depended on for knocking down threes and giving the Bucks a lift offensively. The weirdest part about his contract, a 3-year $21 million deal. It's very unlikely Osan would command so much money from other teams. It's a defensive liability and will continue to age. Honestly, no one knows how old he really is, but it totally makes sense for him as his family continued to live in Milwaukee during his first departure in 2015. Center Brook Lopez, meanwhile, signed a 1-year $3.3 million deal. In my opinion, is better than Osan, a much better contract with the Bucks. Lance Stephenson to the Lakers. After Magic Johnson was able to pull off his biggest accomplishment in the front office, snatching LeBron James, Magic immediately wasted no time signing Rajon Rondo, JaVale McGee, and Lance for a 1-year $4.5 million deal. While we can appreciate Lance and LeBron being teammates for once, given their past history, Stephenson's lack of outside shooting, a career 30% three-point shooter, doesn't make him a great compliment to James. Pacers GM Kevin Pritchard said James was the one who called Lance. With KCP also signing a 1-year deal, you can bet the Lakers are just experimenting what they have. And with Kawhi Leonard very hard to land, seems like they're trying to fill up the roster spot this year and wait till the summer of 2019 to land big stars. In the past, Lance has not played well at all anywhere else besides Indiana. I just don't see him fitting with LeBron at all. Michael Carter-Williams to the Rockets. MCW's career has went downhill since after his rookie season. Once known as one of the most promising young players, Carter-Williams has been injury prone the last 2 seasons. Averaged a horrendous 4.6 points on 33% shooting, 24% from 3. Somebody even made a 2-minute compilation video of MCW missed layups last season. Has a way below average jumper. There is nothing to suggest Carter-Williams is worth a roster spot on a contending team, especially Houston, with their style of play and 3-point shooting. A strange situation, but if MCW regains some confidence back, this can be a low-risk, high-reward situation. I honestly thought Carter-Williams would be playing overseas. Trevor Ariza to the Suns. The 14-year vet is 33 years old, was a solid fit for the contending Rockets, would often take on the toughest wing assignments guarding the opposing team's best perimeter player, and provides needed spacing on the offense, knocking down threes. But with the Suns' young pieces in Booker, Josh Jackson, and Mikal Bridges, they shouldn't be giving those valuable minutes away to the aging Ariza, who went 0 of 12 from the field in 42 minutes in Game 7, scoring 0 points. Sure, many other teams could use Ariza, but Phoenix is definitely not one of them. For 1 year $15 million? Maybe Phoenix will depend on him to help the young guys with his veteran presence. Ariza will be one of the leaders of that team. This situation also reminds me of why Vince Carter would sign with the Kings. Tony Parker to the Hornets. In a shocking turn of events, I don't believe anyone could have imagined Parker playing for another team other than San Antonio. After playing 17 seasons at the Alamo, won 4 titles, considered one of the best point guards of his generation, with arguably the best organization of all of sports in the last 2 decades, the aging Parker, already 36 years old, struggled with injuries the last couple seasons, played only 55 games last year, came off the bench for the first time in his career, finished off with career lows in points, rebounds, assists, and minutes played. Despite Parker's past success with the franchise, TP will likely get his jersey number retired in San Antonio sometime during the next decade, but there was really no room for him there. With their young guys and DeJounte Murray getting better, Derek White will get more of a role, and Patty Mills proving he's a capable backup. Who knows if we've seen the end of Manu Ginobili, and you bet San Antonio will get a couple young promising players in exchange for Kawhi Leonard and will look to rebuild sometime within the next few months. But trying to picture Parker in the light blue Hornets uniform, very strange. The Hornets desperately needed a backup point guard for Kemba Walker. Since Jeremy Lin left 2 years ago, Ramon Sessions and Michael Carter-Williams were huge disappointments. Regardless, the Hornets will likely continue to be out of the playoff picture with a slight chance of landing another star player. On the bright side, Parker will be playing alongside his Olympic teammate Nicholas Batum under new head coach James Borrego, who served as an assistant for 12 of Parker's 17 years in San Antonio. Perhaps TP just wants to cash out another $10 million, agreeing on a 2-year deal, or try to play 20 seasons, an incredible milestone. But one thing is for certain, the old Spurs dynasty is coming to an end. Thank you so much for watching this video. What other weird signings do you guys see from this NBA free agency? I know there were a bunch I didn't mention, like Tyreke Evans and Doug McDermott to the Pacers, Avery Bradley to the Clippers, and Nerlens Noel to the Thunder, cause I thought they were good deals. I will continue to talk more about this NBA free agency. I also talk NBA comparisons, amazing storylines, NBA history, and anything basketball that will interest you. If you love the NBA, subscribe to my channel. More good stuff coming soon. See you next time.